Here we go again. This is some more relationship advice, perhaps for some. And the question is, how do you tell someone, male, female, that you're not interested in them when they are interested in you? When they're interested in you outside of just being a friend, but more in having a relationship with you that's ongoing. How do you deal with this situation? Or is it really even a situation? Or does the situation only exist because you created it, or the other individual, or even both of you at some point? Let's investigate this just for a moment, and I'll be out of your hair. I've said this before. People get together for a plethora of reasons. Sometimes we like the company of others. We're talking about relationships now, or potential love relationships. So you like the company of someone. You met them at work, at the supermarket, at a sporting event, standing at the bus stop, at the swimming pool, at a hotel because you was at vacation or on your vacation. It could have been a manifold list of places that you could have possibly met someone. You struck up some conversation because it might have just been the opportune time to talk about this particular thing. You know, your child just graduated from college, and you're talking about how proud you are as a mom or a dad that your child just graduated with honors from this prestigious college, maybe even a a regular trade school or college. Whatever the case, you are talking to a stranger, someone you met for the first time, and you seem to have some things in common. Now, sometimes there might be this spark between the both of you where love at first sight, maybe infatuation. Sometimes you are attracted to the individual because they have some commonality with you. Sometimes you're attracted to the individual because maybe even a appearance. You might say to yourself, well, she doesn't look too bad. And she may say the same thing about you in her mind, maybe not openly. Well, he's nice looking. And then it escalates a little bit to maybe breakfast, maybe lunch, maybe dinner, maybe even a walk or sit in the park with a nice conversation. Who knows? But you, when you look at the big picture, maybe you are already one or the other. The man or the woman is already in a committed relationship, or maybe you already got out of a relationship that was harmful. It was a bad relationship, and you're apprehensive about trying to pursue another relationship. It could be that way on either side. But this other person doesn't necessarily know this at that time. And you may not want to pursue another relationship, the man or the woman, or whomever. So you might then, after a period of time, a short period of time after meeting this individual, you might want to digress, back away a little bit. So the other person that's not backing away continues to want to talk to you, wants to have lunch again on another day, maybe even take up a movie or go on a particular date somewhere. And you may not answer your phone. You might be reluctant to even give them your phone number. And let's say you do. Common courtesy, sometimes we give phone numbers out. You know, not always expecting the other person to call. And then we're surprised maybe a week later after not hearing from them from that initial meeting. Hey, hi, this is Sharon. Oh, Sharon. Sharon who? Remember we met at such and such a place. I said, oh, that's Sharon. How have you been? Sharon has the bug. Sharon has the gleam in her eye, and you just didn't know it. And she wants to talk to you for a while on the phone. It may not be convenient for you to talk at that time. And so, I'll talk to you later. First mistake you made, young man, was saying I'll talk to you later because you did not completely dismiss Sharon. Once you told her I'll talk to you later, she knew that there was a hope or a possibility that you're going to talk to her later. And she's waiting on that conversation. Don't forget, she still has your number. So, Sharon calls you a day or two later again. She wants to get a little close to you or closer. Now, let's cut to the chase. As I said before, this could be the man that doesn't want to be involved with the woman, or it could be the woman that doesn't want to be involved with the man in a long-term relationship, or possible long-term relationship, or a relationship period outside of that initial time that they spoke to each other, just in passing, or that initial introduction. So how do you tell this other individual? Before I go any further, let's say this. Let's say you hooked up. And let's say that you became intimate once or twice. And one or the other made the decision in their mind that I made a mistake. I really don't want this. I don't want to go any further than this. I didn't think it was going to go this far. And I was leading with, my physical hormones as opposed to my gut feeling. I'm not interested in another relationship right now. I like my life the way my life is right now. So, men, if that's you, or ladies, if that's you, how do you tell that other individual that you're not interested in them? Well, once you feel that you want to detach yourself now from this individual before you get too far involved, or make them believe that you're too far involved and that you're that vested in them, I would venture to say that it's best, if you possibly can, when you have a conversation with them, hopefully they're not the date from hell, and they are intelligent enough to accept, I don't want to continue this relationship. How many people do you know can accept rejection? Rejection doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad word. It just simply means it is what it is. I don't want to pursue this relationship. We've been intimate once or twice, and I decided that this is not what I want. Sometimes people might say, well, let's be friends. But once you've been intimate with a woman, I've found in many instances, she feels like you belong to her. I've given myself to you. You're my man now. And sometimes guys can feel this exact same way on some level, but not as strong as most women. So now, it's the rejection time. How do we approach this? It's really simple. You approach it honestly. You don't have to jog around the block 4 or 5 times to get your courage up. Just say what's in your mind, what's on your mind to that other individual. Look them dead in the eyes and you tell them how you feel. You should always be loving, compassionate, sympathetic and empathetic where it applies, courteous, respectful. Never get to the point when the other individual could potentially lash out at you and make you feel as though you've taken advantage of them somehow. And women can be that way as well. I gave myself to you, and you're like all other men. I'll let you think about that one. Because there are going to be some women that are going to watch this video and they're going to say, well, here we go again. He's trying to typecast women. No, I'm not. I'm telling you how most women are. And then there are men who might fall in a similar situation. I just made a mistake. I didn't think it through. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, or if I made you think that we were going to go any further, or I just rethought the whole thing, and I don't want anything from this encounter that we have had, or these 2 episodes, if you will, that we have had sexually. And I want us to leave and go our separate ways in an amiable way, in a peaceful way. And I apologize. Now, I don't think the men in most instances would think that the woman led him on, but sometimes that do happen, or does happen, I should say. The guy said, well, you made me feel like, you were interested in me, and so forth. Now you want to back out of the situation. So it does happen like that sometimes with men. So just to be fair. But anyway, once again, honesty. Remember the old cliche, honesty is the best policy? Telling people, even though it can be hurtful, even though it can be received or perceived a certain way, or not well received, the answer. Because again, no one embraces rejection. In most cases, they don't. They don't embrace rejection. They don't accept it very well at all. So you have to put on your big boy pants. And ladies, you have to put on your big girl panties. And you have to say, I'm going to be a woman. I'm going to be an adult. I'm going to be intelligent. I'm going to stop carrying my feelings on my sleeve. And I'm going to say what I feel, in the manner in which I just laid out a moment ago. Respectful and with dignity for you and the other individual. And men, the same way. I'm going to be a man about it. I'm going to be intelligent. I'm going to be respectful to this lady. And we're going to walk away from the situation. So, in conclusion, what's the best way, and how do you tell a woman, or a man for that matter, that you're not interested in them now, or even after you have known them for a while? How do you tell them that you're not interested in them anymore? You just simply tell them. That's it. Where the rubber meets the road, how you respond to this type of situation has a great bearing on where you are as a human being. It will let you know just how mature you are, and even how immature you are in how you handle it. But above all, as I said, be honest. Have you been in a situation like this, ladies and gentlemen, where you have met someone, maybe even known them for a short period of time, maybe even for a couple of years, and may have even been sexually involved with them, and you've decided, hey, I need to stop doing this. Maybe I see someone else that I'm truly interested in as far as a relationship. I've changed my mind. This might have been convenient right now, but I'm no longer interested in this person in this particular way. or I don't see anything in my future with this individual. It's hard. It's very hard. But sometimes being brutally honest with the other individual, still showing love, is the best thing. Because hopefully they will find out where they are as it relates to maturity, and even where they are not. Just do it. This is Brother Teacher. I'm out.